Hello, Father Ron again. Um, I'm really happy to stay here on this last week of Easter, which closes with the Pentecost celebration on Sunday, that we at least finally have an opening date for the church. And by the way, speaking of that, the church is open now every day from 10 until 5 for people who want to come in for a visit. But we ask if you do come in that you wear a mask and that you sanitize your hands as you come in and as you leave. And we're not, at this point, allowed to have more than 10 people in there. So I don't know how you're going to time that, but if you see more than 10, please hold off from coming in until one of them leaves, okay? And we finally have a date when we can start having the public masses. But as you probably have already heard, we are limited to a maximum of 100 people in each building. And when I say each building, we are going to live stream it over to the two halls, and we will have a deacon at both of those places who will be there kind of leading us in prayer over there. And then at communion time, they will come over and take a ciborium from the tabernacle, no, not from the tabernacle, from the altar, and bring it over there. And so whatever hall you're in, if that's where you end up, will be receiving communion at the same time. One thing that is really different here, though, is we plan on having communion after the final blessing. So you will please pick up your purse, your jackets or whatever, and as you come to communion, plan on going out the side doors immediately, and we'll have extra ushers helping to direct people in that regard. We're hoping before too long all these restrictions will be removed, but I'm not too optimistic. While we are rejoicing that we can finally come back to the Eucharist, and I'm asking you to pray in a very special way for our brothers and sisters out in the Imperial County, because they just made the decision today, and they're going to have to postpone 2 weeks to begin with before they can start receiving the Eucharist and coming to the church. It is still very definitely recommended that if you have health issues, if your system is at all compromised, please do not come. We bought extra pizzas today, and we'll have those up for offer for those of you who do come and want to take communion home to a family member. But we cannot, at this point, certainly allow our regular Eucharistic ministers to go out. So anyway, when I referenced this being the last week of Easter, we want to make sure we carry that Easter joy and hope into all of the trials that we're doing at this point. And with Pentecost, we always used to refer to it as being the birthday of the church. It's a time for us to pray for a new birth of the Holy Spirit in our church and in our world, and to know that even though it's not perfect yet, at least it's finally a good beginning. I wanted to bring up something a little more personal, I guess. Today I was up at the house waiting for a Cox repairman to reduce some of my cable that the mice had eaten. And so while I was doing it, I started sorting through some of the things before my move next month. And I came across all sorts of photos, and it was one of those things, gee, I don't know that person. Or, gee, I don't remember them coming to visit me in Naples. No wonder we stayed so close over all those years. But I have to admit, I have never been anywhere as long as I've been here at OLPH. 19 years, as you know, at the end of June. And they've been glorious, I have to admit it. I've been spoiled rotten here by you people, and I'm so glad that the bishop made the decision to send me here and protect me from what the personnel board had suggested, that I go to a Navy town, namely St. Charles Borromeo. And I can remember when I called Monsignor Dolan when I was in Rome making my sabbatical, after I'd retired from the Navy, and says, well, I kind of grown fond of the color green all these years being on the other coast and being overseas. And I said, the last time I was at OLPH, it was an asphalt jungle. And he started laughing. He said, oh, I've got good news for you. You've got the best yard in the entire diocese and the biggest. And as you well know, the Monsignor Flynn Park, they've used it for picnics. We've used it for Mass on the grass. Thanks to a couple of our scouts, we've had some really great enhancements there, like the fire pit. So I've really enjoyed seeing our scouts out there. I've enjoyed seeing our young adults out there singing. I really enjoyed seeing our high school out there. And these are memories that will last me until I start creating memories at Nazareth House maybe, or end up at Holy Cross. But I want to thank you for them. They've been fantastic. I've been getting little notes from people thinking I'm leaving in a week. No, I've got 33 more days from today. This is Wednesday. But it's going to be a real wonderful time preparing for our new pastor, Brother Derek. He's really excited about coming in. I've already warned him, since he's so young, he probably won't have the blessing of staying as many years as I had. But I know he will really enjoy it when he does get here. Father Joe and I continue to be best of friends, and we hope to leave the both of us with not only good memories, but with the firm support of your prayers. Father Joe is not retiring for a few more years, so treat him well. And he's going to be our continuity for a while. Sadly, I think when he does retire, Father Derek will end up being the priest on his own unless he gets someone who's retired to maybe move in. But you will always know how to get hold of me. I'm not going to be too obvious for the first couple of years because it's not fair to the new pastor. But give him wonderful memories right from the very beginning. God bless. Take care of yourself. And look forward to seeing you all back in the church real soon.